Mighty Ducks Game Changer premiered this Friday on Disney Plus. I watched it, so here's your review of it on a Monday, or whenever you're watching it, really. Let's talk about it. I don't really have an intro for TV review since I don't talk about TV shows a lot on this channel, so you're not getting one. We're getting right to it. So essentially what this show is there's a kid who's playing hockey on the Mighty Ducks, the team from the 90s, the one we all remember. He gets cut from the team. His mom encourages him to go form a new team. This show is going to center around a new hockey team of underdogs, kids who can't skate, kids who don't really have any friends. It's a lot of misfits, the classic Mighty Ducks vibe we all like, except this time the Mighty Ducks are not the good ones, they're the bad ones. So it's this very interesting dynamic because in the movie the Mighty Ducks name is always for the underdogs, but now it's the antagonist of what seems to be this whole season. So I'm excited for that. I think that's a cool idea and concept because it kind of makes sense. But I mean, the way that Mighty Ducks explode in the third movie, they're referencing the NHL team that was named after them, which is so absurd that exists in that universe, but it does. So it makes sense that, you know, the best of the best want to play for the Mighty Ducks. Lauren Graham plays the mother, and let me tell you, I am so glad to see her back on TV. I love everything she does. I am a huge fan of Gilmore Girls, a huge fan of Parenthood. She was made to be a TV mom, so she fits this role perfectly. The kids don't even have Wikipedia pages, so that's how unknown they are. There's one... Stephanie, I don't even remember which one was Stephanie. So she has some stuff. Looks like she was in the second season of Iron Fist. I never watched the Iron Fist. But besides that, all the kids are unknown. But for the most part, they were pretty funny. This is definitely a family-friendly show made for families. And good thing I'm a family man because I enjoyed it. It was quirky. It was funny. It wasn't like anything too heavy, anything too groundbreaking. It was a feel-good show. I definitely think it's made for kids. And I think they're going to have trouble bridging that gap from people who were original fans of the Mighty Ducks, because if you grew up like me and love those movies, I don't know if you're going to completely connect with this. The only reason I am going to connect is because I am saying right now I'm committing to it. But if I wasn't committing to it, I don't know if I would be like really drawn into it. Going into this from the trailer, but also I think my own hopes and expectations, I really wanted this to be a Cobra Kai situation because I feel like they have set the standard for rebooting old movies or TV shows. That show does it so well. It's a nice combination of fan service, but also an interesting story on its own, and it really brings a new generation to this franchise while also satisfying the people who grew up with it. So that's the standard I want Mighty Ducks to hit. I want this to appeal to me, not just because I find the kids cute and funny, but I want it to appeal to me because it's also a good show and it's connecting what I love about it. So right now the only connection we have is the name Mighty Ducks and then Gordon Bombay, and this Gordon Bombay, at least from episode 1, is an interesting one. He's very much just like straight up says, I hate hockey, which is funny. And Lauren Graham, when she first meets him, doesn't really know who he is. It's not until the kids really connected. It's like, you are Gordon Bombay. I think they call him the Minnesota Miracle Man. So he's then outed as the coach of the Mighty Ducks, and now he just owns an ice rink. And he's not even their coach yet in this episode. He's just the one who lets them skate there. So it's going to be interesting to see his transformation and his character development to fall back in love with hockey, because I'm assuming, I mean, the description says it right here that he's going to be their coach. I think so. I guess it actually doesn't say that he'll be the coach, so maybe he won't be, but I have to assume he's going to have a large part in it. We also know at this point, and this is spoiler for, I don't know, film, TV news, I guess, so if you don't want to be spoiled for episode 6, plug your ears, but we know that, I'm just going to read their character names because you probably don't know them by their actors, but Fulton Reed, who is this, Les Averman, Adam Banks, Connie, and Guy, they're all reprising their roles from the movie, so that's going to be fun. Episode 6, I'm looking forward to that one. I kind of wish we would have got a taste of that in this first episode. I think Gordon Bombay was supposed to be at a reveal, but we already knew very heavily that he was going to be in this. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of the connection from the original film. Here's what Disney needs to do. I think Disney needs to make one of their kids on this hockey team. And if they don't do that, Disney, you're missing an opportunity because it's the perfect age. I think that'd be a great connection of this next generation of Ducks. I also hope we see more from the original cast because I'm like, that's a solid 5. I think Eldon Henson, who plays Fulton Reed, is probably like the biggest star because he was in the show Daredevil. He was in the Hunger Games. So to me, he's a person I still see in things compared to the other ones where you haven't really seen them since the Mighty Ducks. So like Kenan Thompson, I'm not expecting him to come into this series, but maybe Charlie Conway, like what's that dude up to? Maybe he could come in. But overall, I did enjoy it. I think the jokes landed for the most part, and I'm intrigued enough to keep watching. It's going to be tough watching this week by week because I don't think this is the show that's going to draw me in and make me like excited for Fridays like a Marvel or Star Wars show on Disney Plus would. But I'm going to watch it, and I would highly recommend you do too if you have Disney Plus. It's a very accessible thing to watch. It's very easy to consume. It's feel good, and again, if you're a fan of the Mighty Ducks movies, you probably at least somewhat enjoy this. That's my thoughts to the first episode of the Mighty Ducks Game Changer. Have you seen it? What do you think? Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I will see you next time.